peacefulness, solitude, the beautiful sounds of nature. These are just some of the alluring qualities of a dream vacation. The Boundary Waters Canoe Area of northern Minnesota and the Quetico Provincial Park of Ontario, Canada holds them all for you. Canadian Border Outfitters can help you experience this natural wilderness paradise. Located on Moose Lake, 20 miles northeast of Ely, Minnesota, CBO is a second-generation outfitter run by Pat and Chicky Harristhal. They, along with their experienced staff, can provide you with the knowledge and equipment for an exciting canoe trip planned specifically for you.
The Boundary Waters Canoe Area and the Quetico Park are very unique wilderness areas. I don't know of another place you can travel for days and go from lake to lake, over 600 connected lakes, connected either by small waterways or portage trails that were used by the traders and fur trappers of hundreds of years ago.
As long as you enjoy canoeing, you can find hundreds of miles of canoe trails. If you like to fish, you can fish for walleye, lake trout, northern, both large and smallmouth bass. If you're interested in viewing wildlife or seeing birds, we have an abundant source of waterfowl. There's bald eagles, osprey, moose, black bear, white-tailed deer, timber wolf, just a lot of wildlife in a very unique setting.
Canadian Border Outfitters serves the Boundary Waters Canoe Area as well as the Quetico Provincial Park. The Boundary Waters stretches 150 miles along the U.S.-Canadian border and encompasses over 1 million acres. Over 2,000 campsites await you on the Minnesota side of the border, along with 1,200 miles of canoe routes. The Quetico Park consists of 1,800 square miles of pure wilderness, no roads or buildings, only you and nature. During the last ice age, glaciers carved out over 1,000 lakes from the bedrock in this region. Evidence of this ice age is scattered throughout the parks. Today, over 2 million acres of unspoiled lakes, streams, and forest await your visit. CBO is a complete outfitting operation, providing you with everything and anything you might need on your journey. Upon arrival at their Moose Lake location, one of the CBO staff will greet you and assign you your accommodations for the evening, either in the Lakeside Motel or a bunkhouse. Whether you are a group of 2 or a group of 60, they will treat you in a personal and professional manner. If it's your first trip, you'll be invited to go down to the docks and try out the different canoes. Then it's up to the cook shack for burgers, sandwiches, or even a steak dinner. After dinner, a routing session with Pat or Dave is in order. Whether it's a trip where you travel every day or just camp in one special spot, they will design an adventure for you. And of course, full instruction of the gear and park regulations are a standard part of all sessions.
We take quite a bit of time with every individual party that comes up and explain the rules and regulations that they must adhere to while traveling in either of these wilderness areas. We will take a lot of time with them and show them how to portage canoes, how to paddle canoes, how to set up the tents, how to prepare the meals over the fire or over a stove if they select to take a stove. A lot of this it's all explained to them in our routing session, and we show them how to do it all.
CBO is now offering a canoe trip preparation course. This is a unique and intensive 2 to 4 hour wilderness skills course that you can partake in before your canoe trip begins. You will cover all aspects of wilderness camping, including paddling and portaging of canoes, map and compass use, campfire building and cooking, tent setup, and much more. You'll be told of the history of the area, plants and animals that are indigenous to the area, and given a CBO guidebook to take with you. Complete fishing instructions are also included in the course. So if you'd like to brush up on your skills, this hands-on instruction course is just right for you. Actually, a lot of planning goes into your canoe trip before you even arrive at Canadian Border Outfitters. Phone calls are made to determine preliminary group size and experience level. Travel permits must be reserved for each party. Again, our experienced staff will handle all paperwork with the parks. Menus are mailed to you. You then make your own meal selections and send them back to CBO. By the time you arrive, your gear and meals have been packed. Pat and Chicky personally test their gear every year and keep available a complete stock of only the best camping equipment. The food provided by CBO is plentiful, tasty, and easy to prepare.
Part of our brochure packet is also a menu, and from that menu you will choose what you'd like to eat while you're out. And we try to make sure that you have a hearty meal selection every day, and we give you the option of having as much fresh food as you'd like to take out or the freeze-dried options. And we'll give you fresh hamburgers and ham and steak, much like you would have at home. And then once you get here, we go over the menu with you and show you how to prepare those meals and just where everything is in that pack. Nothing needs to be provided by you except your clothing and your fishing gear.
CBO also offers a delicious vegetarian menu. The Boundary Waters Canoe Area is unique in its permits and regulation process. Groups are limited in size, and motor use is restricted throughout the park. Only a set number of parties per day are allowed into the area at the designated entry points. Also, no cans or bottles are allowed into the area. These regulations are designed to reduce traffic in the park and keep it preserved for the future. We will go over each of the wilderness rules with your party before you leave our base.
There also are nice canoe routes just outside of the Boundary Waters, and this is a resource our area has not really tapped into yet. Oftentimes you'll find even fewer people in these areas outside of the Boundary Waters and still have very good fishing and not the restrictions that you might find within the park. So if your party size is over 10 or 15 and you'd like to camp together, or if you'd like to have a small motor even, these areas are something you might want to consider.
The morning of your departure, you can have a quick breakfast at the Cook Shack and then be on the water by 7:15 to 7:30 a.m. While you eat, the staff readies your gear for departure. CBO's lakeside location makes for quick access to the park. If you choose to, you can arrange to be flown in or driven to more remote entry points. Take a towboat to the first portage site or Canadian Customs, or just paddle away right from the docks here at CBO. Whatever you choose, it's an easy way to begin your camping adventure. Once you enter the Boundary Waters Canoe Area, the itinerary is up to you. A pre-trip plan has been logged in your routing session, but the pace of the days is all yours. You can fish, paddle, portage, explore, birdwatch, take beautiful pictures, read a book, nap, or just relax. There's plenty to see and do here. On a sunny day, there's nothing more refreshing than a dip in the cool, clear lakes of the Boundary Waters. The Boundary Water Canoe Area is known for some of the best smallmouth bass fishing in the country. Walleye, northern pike, and lake trout are also caught in abundance. So if you're interested in fishing, this is the place to be, and CBO can set you up for a fishing trip you'll never forget. Wildlife is everywhere. Loons, ducks, osprey, eagles, deer, bears, otter, mink, and if you're lucky, you may even see a moose. The Boundary Waters is refuge for the largest population of timber wolves in the lower 48 states. Sometimes at night, the aurora borealis, or northern lights, may be seen. While traveling through the Boundary Waters Canoe Area, you will be traveling the same route of the French voyagers and fur traders who pushed through this area in the late 17th and early 18th centuries. The days will enjoyably fly by, as each one is filled with new excitement and adventure. When the final day arrives, you pack up your gear, clean up your campsite, and head for home. When you arrive back at CBO, you'll be met at the docks by the staff. They will unpack your gear while you grab a shower and a cold beverage. Then, off to the Cook Shack for a chance to share your stories at dinner. Afterwards, you can make your plans to come back next year.
The Boundary Waters are just such a wonderful place to come and retreat and relax. It's just an optimum thing to do. There's some skill involved, but you can come in at a leisurely pace and enjoy the scenery along the way, and you can set your limits of if you want to beat it in or if you want to leisurely paddle in. So it's kind of a challenge, good exercise. You get a nice walk across the portages, and it was just an all-around enjoyable adventure.
They've been very helpful. They've got a 1-800 number that call just practically on a daily basis, right 2 weeks before the trip, calling up here every day or every other day, and they're giving us all the information we need and answering any questions that we had. Very friendly, very helpful. Just seem to go out of their way to help us.
The people here are nice. Pat and Chicky, yeah, they're really nice people. Probably the best thing is people and their service is good. Equipment is really good. Bacon is excellent. Yeah, a lot of food. Too much food.
I tell you, what I like about the equipment, everything looks brand new. The sleeping bags were washed. They were brand new. The life jackets are new. The packs look like they're all brand new. You don't have no busted clips, nothing. It's just pick it up and go. Tents were clean. It was just good equipment. Nothing old, nothing shabby.
Yeah, I think we've got just about all the gear that we needed, and they've been real nice helping getting the route all planned out and everything, laying it out for us, telling us where the best fishing is and all that kind of stuff. So I think they've done a good job.
It was great. This was my first time out. I really didn't know what to expect, and CBO really kind of showed me a lot of things to make camping a lot easier, and the equipment was great. The atmosphere is unbelievable. It's a good way to basically take in nature. I think it's a great way to enjoy the peace and quiet. The Boundary Waters up here is fantastic, and CBO really does a great job helping you enjoy that.
I've been in the outfitting business for 20 years. My wife has been in it for 18 years with me, and the staff that we have is a lot of them are people that come back year after year to help us make sure that the canoe campers have a good, safe wilderness vacation. And they're all skilled in what they do, and we make sure that we teach that to the people that are going out on the canoe trips, so they're going to be sure they're going to have a good time.
I really like what I'm doing. Moose Lake is a wonderful place to live and raise a family. As a family, we do a canoe trip any chance we get, and it's really a lot of fun planning these trips for people, especially people who have never been here before and maybe are a little apprehensive or uncomfortable at first. And after we set something up with them and they go out on their canoe trip, they'll come back with big smiles and say it was a wonderful experience.
It's different things to different people. Some people it's the 20-pound northern that got away, or the 6-pound bass that they let go and they wanted to go and see if they can catch it the next year. To others, it's sitting around the campfire with their dads and moms and kids when you have their undivided attention. There's no video games in the way, there's no television. It's just you and them, and they say they talk more in 1 week than they do in 2 months at home. There are times when I get tired, when the days get kind of long, but when somebody comes back off a canoe trip with a big smile and tells me how much fun they have and tells me all the stories of what happened to them while they were on their trip, then I know it's worth it. It's a pleasure to do.
Reservations are simple to make. Just call Canadian Border Outfitters toll-free, 1-800-247-7530. Pat, Chicky, or their staff will be there to answer any of your questions and help you make your plans. So come, experience the tranquility of unspoiled wilderness, a place where you make your vacation into your adventure, an adventure filled with the sights, sounds, and memories that only the Boundary Waters Canoe Area can offer. Canadian Border Outfitters can help you make this dream a reality.